Alright guys, welcome back to Fastback Life. I'm TK. Today I'll be working on the Charger again. And since I finished the rear end, got all that out and figured out, I still have the rear air shocks to get out, but I need special tools for that, which I plan on going to get today after I do some of this front end work. So I was going to do kind of like what I did with the rear end, but there's just really nothing interesting about the front end. You just do a couple bolts, pull some cotter pins, castle nuts, stuff like that, and just pretty much unbolt everything. And that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. But yeah, I mean, nothing crazy, so I'm not really going to go through the whole process of taking the front end out. The rear end is almost universal. Pretty much all the cars have the same kind of setup in the rear end. Now the front end is going to be a little different from car to car. So this has got torsion bars up front, and nothing too crazy. I can tell you right off the bat that the bottom bushing is just completely gone. Nothing but grease and cracked and broken. Top one's not really any better shape. But I'll just be unbolting everything and taking it out. Now, there are going to be a couple things that I get rid of, and there are going to be a couple things that I keep. For example, this spindle. This is a spindle for drum brakes, so I'll be getting rid of that. I don't ever plan on going back to drum brakes. This is not an original car. I mean, some of the stuff on this car is not original, so it doesn't really pay. But I know that they make spindles for disc brakes, so that's the kind of spindle I want to get. But this kind of spindle is going to go. That might mean that this goes too. I'm not sure yet on what's completely different, but there's just some stuff that if the front end I want to get, the K member I want to get for this car, if that idea falls through, I still have like the upper control arm and then the lower control arm down here, and then I just gotta buy spindles for disc brakes and whatnot. But that's just in case my idea for the front end falls through. Excuse me. At least I still have parts. So just gonna get back to work on taking this stuff apart. And I'll be showing you guys, how far I made it, and if I find anything interesting, I'll show you along the way. But usually this is just unbolt stuff. There's probably some tools I don't have that I might have to go find, but that's the plan for today, and I'll just show you as I go along. Alright guys, so been working on the front, and then I don't know if you remember, I had some shocks in the back that were kind of bugging me. I never got them out yet. Well, I got them out. It was a pain in the butt, I'll give you that. The top bolts where they mount to the car, they're in a weird spot, which makes them difficult to get a tool in. But I was able to do it. And let's see if I can show you guys. So right up here, it's really a small space to get ratchet in. This side is easy to go for, but I needed to sneak something in there that would hook onto the nut. And I had this weird Torsion dog bone. I got a long time ago for Christmas or something. It was actually in the house toolbox. because I just don't use something like this a whole lot. Well, I found a 3/4 end, and it's small enough to fit up in there, and I got it on the nut, and I started using the impact on the other side, and they both popped out. Whew. So I got them out. Pretty stoked about that, because that was kind of bugging me for a while, and I wanted to focus on the front end, but you know, those things were in the back of my mind, like I'm still attached to the car. So I got them. These air shocks, you can see that it says Gabriel there a little bit, and I think that says hijack. These are look pretty old, to tell you the truth. And I don't know if I did this, but this shaft is actually bent in the shock here. I don't think that's something I did. I don't know if you can tell. It's bent a little bit. I don't think I did it. I mean, we haven't moved the car, you know, in a fashion that would do that. But this car was drag raced, so maybe there was some twisting going. I don't know. And then this is the front shock, and can't really tell who makes it, but probably Gabriel. It's a well-known, cheaper, you know, well-known shock, I guess. But then I got something really cool to show you, if I can get it off here. I don't know if you can see that, but those threads are gone. Those threads are gone. So it tells me that, you know, either they rusted away, or you know, they sat in the shock mount for a long time just rubbing, or you know, just the friction kind of making it dissipate, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, those threads are gone. Kind of interesting. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys I was able to get those rear shocks out. If you're trying to do it, for me they were 3/4 bolts and nuts. I don't know if that's a common thing, but that's what it was for mine. And instead of, if you don't have those dog bone things, if you can get a wrench like this, it'll give you like enough room to get up in there. I didn't have the right size of one of these. In fact, I was planning on going to Harbor Freight and just buying some cheapo ones. I'm gonna tell you something. You know, if you want to get a wrench set like that from Pittsburgh, you know, it'll be cheap. It'll do its job. If it ever breaks, you just go get them replaced. You could buy expensive ones, and I know there's a lot nicer ones out there. And you could totally do that. I just don't see the point in spending a lot of money on a set of wrenches like that when they don't get used 24/7. You know, ratchets get used a lot more. So if you wanted to buy nice ratchets, I get it. But anyways, if you're able to find some wrenches like that, that would have worked in that situation. I only had two wrenches like that, and I was planning on going to get some more, but I found that dog bone wrench, and it worked perfect for what I needed. I did throw some heat on it, you know, because they looked pretty bad. So I threw some heat on them, and then I hit them with the impact and that dog bone, and it worked. So I'm going to get back to working on the front end, and I'll show you more as I go. Alright, so still working on the front end, getting some stuff out here, and I just wanted to show you I was able to get my torsion bar out. Yeah, usually these are, from what I understand, kind of difficult to get out, but I got a bolt here, and then this is where the torsion bar goes in, and I was able to pound on that nut a little bit, a little bolt, and then this kind of popped out. But the reason this popped out is because a long time ago, I don't know how many years, but probably quite a few, this thing snapped. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I have a broken torsion bar. Yeah, snapped her. I don't know if that happened from drag racing it. You know, 440 is a pretty decent sized engine. It's pretty big. It's not pushing like a ton of horsepower. You're probably pushing like probably 350 or over. I could be wrong. I don't know what the stock numbers are on a 440, but I don't think you'd be breaking stuff. But we don't know if it's from drag racing or from some other type of incident. But just want to show you guys, I got my torsion bar out, kind of. Now there's still a chunk down underneath the car. I can't really see it. Oh, maybe if I get down here, I can probably show you. No, I can't really see it from here. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. Maybe if I get you down here, you can probably kind of see it. Yep, there she is. Just probably about 8 inches of it sitting there still. But yeah. So what I understand is that torsion bars will have numbers on the end. This one does not. I'm guessing that the numbers, or the part number, whatever, is on the other end of the torsion bar. I probably can't get that out. From what I understand, I think there's some, like one of those, I think it's called a snap ring, and you need a snap ring pliers to get it out. I don't have one of those yet, so when I get to that point, I'll show you guys that stuff. But I'm just going to kind of show you what's going on here. I still have the upper control arm to get out. Still got to work on getting the bottom out. I got this kind of loose. There's a little bolt back here undid. I'm going to try and take the steering linkage all together out. That way, when I go to put back together, I kind of know where stuff is. Plus, I'm doing videos and stuff. That's going to help. But I'm just going to work on this side and show you what's going on. And then when I get to the other side, I'm not going to show you that. I don't have to show you both sides. It's kind of lame. And when I get done with all this, I was thinking of dropping the K-member. But now I'm kind of skeptical on whether or not I should do that. The reason being is that if I take the K-member off, and I don't know how long this car is going to be sitting, maybe the frame rails will kind of, they'll drift apart or whatever. And I feel like the K-member might be keeping the frame in the proper, spot where it's supposed to be. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll drop the K-member. I was kind of hoping that if I were to drop the K-member, I would have something to go in its place right away and not let the car sit like this. But we'll see. We'll see when I get there. When I get some more of the stuff off, I'll show you. Alright, so I was able to get the lower control arm out. Now, right here, the little hole right there, that's where this sucker went in. And once I undid this, and then I undid the other bolt on the other side, right here, I kind of freed it up, and this kind of just slides out of its little home back there and falls out. And I think this is This is on its way and coming out too. Whoa! There we go. So you can kind of see how bad the bushing is. Yeah, not good. Really smushed. Looking a little rough. So with this is kind of a weird setup. So you got this, and then you've got this to kind of triangulate a bottom control arm instead of just having, you know, a regular triangle control arm. And then you got the torsion bar running all the way back, and that's really putting pressure downwards. So every time you hit a bump and this thing rises up, you're putting more tension on that bar, twisting it. So either the car went over like a huge bump and broke the torsion bar, or I highly doubt this thing could do a wheelie. There's no way it's lifting up when it takes off and then come back down and breaking that torsion bar, especially on an open diff. No, I highly doubt that. But probably hit a bump or something would be my guess, and then that torsion bar just twisted too much and snapped, or just a bad torsion bar, I guess it's possible. So what I'm trying to get at is, got it out. I'm gonna tell you what, the bushings, there was bushings full of grease up here, and they were just completely falling apart, just terrible. In fact, if I can find it, I think I have it in the garbage. They were so bad that they're just pretty much falling apart. Yeah, piece of rubber there with grease stuck in it. The bushings were just, I've never seen bushings that bad. They were terrible. So I've got the upper control arm to get out, and I'm almost done with this side. So pretty excited. It's awesome to kind of see it bare, you know, nothing there. The next video I do after this is probably going to be another question and parts one. If you haven't seen my question and parts videos, you have to go check them out. A lot of useful information. And I just found out another product that came out by a company that I'm pretty sure all of you know. It's really going to help a lot of people, I think. So I'm going to share that in my next video. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to get back to work on the upper control arm. That should be coming out pretty soon. And when I get it out, I'll let you guys know. Alright, so I got the old upper control arm out. Pretty simple. It does get wedged in there pretty well. So once the bolts come undone, all I did is hit it from the outside with the little nuts there, and pound the bolts inwards and yank them out. It looked like there was some anti-seize in there, so it actually worked out pretty well. Not a whole lot of corrosion in there, so I was pretty excited about that. I'm keeping the upper and lower control arms. Just in case plans fall through. If I'm able to get the front end I want to get on, the K-member I want to get, then I really shouldn't have a problem getting rid of them. But right now I'm keeping them just in case. But that's pretty much it. I mean, there might be there's a little bolt back here to take the bump this off. But I mean, all those brackets stay on. And then if I had the other side done, I would hit a bolt right here, and then another bolt right here, and I believe the K-member would come down. Obviously you have to do it on both sides. But 2 bolts here, 2 bolts over there, I think. I'm not really sure what's on the other side. And then that front end should come down. But I have the upper control arm, lower control arm like set up, all taken off. Steering linkage is still attached. I got the shock out. That's pretty much all there is to do over here. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Just wanted to show you what's going on here. Nothing too crazy to get apart. If you have an impact, obviously it's going to go pretty quick. If you have to do everything by hand and socket, ratchet, it might take you a while. But nothing crazy, just take your time, undo the bolts. Was thinking about keeping this, but she's falling apart, so I'm probably definitely going to get rid of that. So yeah, that'll be it for the front end, at least. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit subscribe if you want to, hit that bell so you know when more come out. I know that I have been steady with videos, but I've got 2 jobs and I'm trying to hammer this out as quick as I can, because trust me, I've had this car for a while and I really want to get it rolling. So I'm sorry that videos are not coming out steady like that, but it might slow down a little bit around December. I might not have many more videos before the end of December. December's a busy month, a lot of birthdays, and then Christmas and all that stuff. So I'll be busy for sure. But thanks again, and like I said, I got more videos coming out. I got that video coming out where I'm going to talk about some parts and stuff that I've recently found out about, and maybe that might help some of you who have a similar car, because it won't be just for this, it'll be for other cars that share this kind of same platform. So it's going to help out a couple people. So stay tuned, look for that car parts and questions episode I come out with. I think it's going to be awesome. I think you guys are going to like that. So I'll see you guys later.